Professor Chen, Professor Lee, Professor Holliday, distinguished guests, professors, families, friends, and of course, my fellow graduates. Good afternoon to you all. I'm Kristeen Romero, the representative of Centennial College's graduating class of 2016. Today, I have the most terrifying task of delivering this graduation speech in front of all our special guests, all our professors, all our families and friends, and of course, to you all, my college peers. Terrifying indeed. In life, there is much for us to fear. I'm sure as many of us were hard at work completing our final group projects and examinations, we had to ask ourselves many questions about our futures. What do I do after college? Do I go on for further studies or do I get a master's degree? Do I start looking for a job? Maybe I should go on holiday. With each question we ask, we attempt to predict the outcome of each choice, and we worry about what that means further down the line. But, my friends, life is not just as simple, if I do A, then B will happen. No, life is a series of different possibilities. I mean, if there's anything we've learned from data and decision, thank goodness our Professor Felix Lam did not fail me in that class, it's that many variables can change the probability of a certain result. On one hand, the endless possibilities create the fear we feel, because it means you can plan all you want, but just one circumstance can change everything for the worst. However, on a more positive note, it also means that choosing to control what you can may possibly increase your chances at success. When I first entered Centennial College, I was apprehensive. Growing up as an ethnic minority, I never thought I'd have the slightest chance of receiving my tertiary education in Hong Kong. And now, I faced a conundrum. I had an offer both at a well-known university for an associate's degree and at Centennial College, which comparatively had no history whatsoever, just an affiliation to the University of Hong Kong. It was certainty versus uncertainty, a decision I felt could make or break my future. But despite the never-ending spiral of doubts, I knew that a multidisciplinary education was more well-suited to my personality and interests. So I decided, with some reluctance, to put my faith in Centennial College, its staff, and its claim of a liberal arts education. I didn't know if I would regret this later or not, but standing in front of you here, 4 years later, I can confidently say that I treasured every single moment studying at this school. I've met so many great people and made so many life-changing memories here. Who knew that my classmate Michelle Yong, who sat next to me on the bus to orientation camp, would become a close friend and my fiercest rival for best in major. Congratulations on beating me this semester, by the way. Who knew that our enthusiastic English professor, Michael Wong, would suddenly undergo a transformation to become a fashionably fit young man and show us that change is possible at any age. And who knew that our liberal arts education could truly make us stand out as individuals? Oftentimes, in the middle of conversations with other people, I start to see just how broad my knowledge has become and how much I've changed for the better. During our years here, we've become quite the family too. Seeing each other grow and trying to get along through all our differences inside an intimate campus. And our professors were our mentors both inside and outside the classroom, supporting us, encouraging us, and making us see the value of our skills. Sometimes it seemed like they were the only ones who could really see our potential and understand how we felt. All these experiences are part of the result I couldn't have predicted, no matter how much research or how much thought I had put into my decision. I honestly could go on forever about all the awesome experiences I've had at the college, but I know some of you are probably dying for me to end this speech. I hope you can bear with me as I make this final point. The author Stephen King once said, "The scariest moment is always just before you start." We're allowed to be scared about the uncertainties of the future and the decision we're about to make, but we shouldn't let that initial moment of fear stop us from choosing what feels right. Instead of always predicting a singular outcome of our choices, we need to remember that even if it doesn't feel like it at times, life is an ever-branching set of possibilities waiting to be discovered. Though we may find ourselves on a branch far from perfect sometimes, there are always more branches that lie ahead. Before I say goodbye, I'd like to invite you all to give a huge round of applause to the professors, lecturers, and staff members of Centennial College, who have done so much to bring us a top-notch education. To our schoolmates, families, and friends who supported us through thick and thin. And finally, to ourselves for a job well done. Congratulations, Centennial College Class of 2016. Thank you and Godspeed.